You know what, brothers? Life becomes extremely simple once we lock in. You know what I'm saying? Like once we lock in, life becomes simple. You know what I'm saying? And we can sit here and we get online and me and my brothers in a circle, we get amongst each other and we talk about the challenges, we talk about the barriers and the pitfalls and everything associated with getting to the next level or getting your win. But once you lock in, it becomes simple, man. The struggle, if there's a struggle, is getting to the point where you're locked in and you're focused. That's the challenge. You know what I'm saying? And one thing I was sharing with my brothers the other day, because we talk. When we get in that circle, man, we talk. And I was telling my brothers, man, I said, you know what? If I look at if I line my wins and my losses up and put them side by side, right? I can look at the times where I took an L in life, or maybe I didn't accomplish something I wanted to accomplish or whatever. And I'll say, or I told my brothers, I say, I can see where I was distracted. I can see where my mind was somewhere else. Yeah, I might have been doing the daily tasks. I might have had rituals and all kind of things, but I can see where I wasn't locked in. And I'm gonna tell you, you know, I'm preaching to the choir. Y'all know if you're not locked in, it ain't gonna happen, bro. You're just delaying the inevitable. It ain't gonna happen if you're not locked in. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, I can look at my victories, even when my victories look like, bro, it really ain't no way you can accomplish that thing. I can look at my victories and see where I was living life, you know, with my blinders on, right? And I can see where I achieved what looked like, or what once looked like something that was impossible, just because I was locked in. You know what I'm saying? So once you lock in, man, life becomes simple. It's just a matter of getting rid of those distractions. You know, and I'll be honest, because y'all my brothers too, right? I'll be honest, man, like I had to, you notice I haven't made a video in a few days because I found that I needed to recalibrate myself. Not saying that I was off in left field, and not saying that I was out here wilding out, but I noticed that like the things that I have in my journals, or the things that I have on my computer, the things I have in my Trello, the goals I want to accomplish, the milestones, the revenue goals, the subscriber goals, the membership goals, all these things. I say, you know what? Like of course I'm headed in the right direction, but I gotta recalibrate, bro. Like I have to lock in. When I say gotta lock in, you know, I'll say this. Bangkok, as much as I praise Bangkok, as much as I praise Thailand, and it is that. I know sometimes I might throw a little extra gas on there, but Thailand is that. You know what I'm saying? Matter of fact, I'll say this. If I could, and this is no cap, man, if I could create paradise, just me with my man mind, right? Me and my limited mind. If I was God and I could create heaven on earth and it looked like one city, Kala jacked up, it would look like Bangkok, bro. It would look like Thailand. The people I would place there would be just like the Thai people. The infrastructure, the transportation system, a lot of the foods, it would be Thailand. It would be Bangkok. So when I say Bangkok is that place, bro, it's that place. Matter of fact, you know, you can get online, just like I did. You can get online and watch people making content about Bangkok and all this kind of stuff, and look at the condos and look at the malls. You won't really understand till you get here of the vibe that people are trying to portray, right? So saying all that, at the same time, I can say this. Thailand, specifically Bangkok, is very loud. Bangkok is very loud. And when I say loud, I don't mean like traffic and I don't mean loud like audibly loud. I mean loud like energy loud. Like it's so much like it's so much going on, man, loud. Meaning when you need to focus, like if you aren't about your business here, if you aren't about your business here and you get caught up in what Bangkok has to offer, bro, I can easily see you taking an L in life. Easy. It's so much going on, and y'all know how I get down, man. I'm not a clubber. I'm not a red light district. I'm not a smoke. I don't do none of that stuff, man. But it's loud here. Everything is loud. The women are beautiful. God, my God. It's just so much going on. The way if a man comes here and he's not on his grind, and I say it's loud here, it's loud everywhere. Like even when I was in Dallas, when I first moved to Dallas, it was loud. When I first moved to Dallas and I was downtown and I was working in corporate America, man, within that first month or three, but I just kind of snapped out of it one day and I was like, what have I been doing for the last 90 days? You know what I'm saying? So any kind of, it ain't just Bangkok. The city you're in right now is loud. You know what I'm saying? But I've come to understand, man, the times in life when I just lock in. Nothing can stop me from achieving anything. Nothing can stop you from achieving anything, man. It's the distractions. I gotta find me some coffee, bro. I gotta find me some coffee. I'm out here kind of just surveying areas, man. Because one thing, again, going back to what I'm talking about when I say distractions and all that stuff, I think people have to be very specific. I know some coffee around here somewhere, man. People have to be very specific about their environment. You have to be very specific about your environment. Like even if you find yourself in an unfavorable environment, like until you can, man, I know some coffee around here somewhere, bro. I missed it. Until you can get out of that specific area or condition, like if you find yourself, you waking up every day and you in the hood and you're trying to get out of there and get to just a healthier environment, man, you got to live in your mental space. Like that, you have to call that home. It should be home anyway. And I'm not trying to go down that whole route of conversation. But one of the main things you have to do, man, is try to put yourself in the healthiest environments. So kind of going back to what I was saying, but I'm out now just scouting different areas. Like I said in that condo tour video, I specifically signed a short-term lease, man, just so I could get out and survey the land and make sure I put myself in an environment that matches the frequency of where I'm going. You know what I'm saying? I need to put myself around high achievers, put myself around people that are trying to hit the, 6-figure and 7-figure mark. You know what I'm saying? People that are just trying to accomplish whatever their goal is. Hell, even if it's a 5-figure mark. People that are trying to, do their thing. People that are, and I'm gonna tell you, man, here in Bangkok, bro, and I see it online, you can easily, take some over here, you can easily find yourself in the wrong corners, in the wrong spots with the wrong people. And I haven't met anybody, but I hear stories, man, about brothers that come out here, man, to Thailand, and next thing you know, they're low crawling back to the States because it ate them up. Whether it was the women, whether it was the spending, because everybody says, oh, it's cheap, it's affordable, it's this, and it is. But you still have to be locked in. You still have to be disciplined. You still have to be, on your square, man, when you out here, man. Or Bangkok will eat you alive. Atlanta will eat you alive. Dallas will eat you alive. San Diego. These places will eat you alive, man. You know what I'm saying? So, here, Starbucks right here, brother. And let me get this coffee real quick, man, and I'll get right back with y'all. Back to what I was saying, brothers. Like, you have to stay locked in, man. I was about to get some Starbucks, but I said, man, I had Starbucks a billion times, man. So I came to this other spot, Barista Art Coffee. Tight little vibe. It's on the end of the mall. I'm at Central World. It's a good little vibe here, man. Yeah. But back to what I was saying, man. Like you have to stay locked in. Like when you want to get to that goal, and I know I'm not telling y'all nothing brand new. I'm not telling y'all brothers nothing brand new, and I'm not coming to y'all brothers like I haven't mastered. Trust me, I'm not coming at you like I'm a guru at what I'm talking about. Like we're all human. We're all men. We all fall victim to the same temptation, or we all have or have had the same vices and everything in life. I'm saying in order for us to get to our goals, in order for us to crush our goals, man, we have to, and I think I said this on a video or two ago, we have to put ourselves in a sale, man. Got me some good Egyptian Uragapache, or however you say it. I haven't had that in years, man. But you know, we have to put ourselves in a sale. And what I mean by that is, you know, kind of like when somebody is doing time, man, like if they're in the county or whatever, man, you can look outside and you can see cars driving by. You can see people going to the club. You can see people, you know, on their balconies at their apartments. You can see all these things, you know, from that small little view in the prison cell, or that window if you have a window. But you aren't able to put yourself in those situations. So what I'm saying is, man, when you find yourself in a scenario that's loud, or you find yourself in an environment that's not as productive as you wanted to be, you got to put yourself in a mental sale. In other words, when you pick up this phone, and you see everybody on the gram, in the book, doing all the things they're doing, man, you gotta say, hey, you know what? I got 30 days to go. I got 90 days before I can go out there and entertain them. I got stuff I gotta do. I got 6 months. I gotta put myself in this cell for a year. And I'm gonna tell you, man, if you aren't able to put yourself in solitary confinement, I don't care where you are. I don't care if you're in Bangkok. I don't care if you're in Minnesota. I don't care if you're in a town that's population 3,000. If you can't put yourself in a situation, man, where you can look out the window, look on the gram in the book, and see everybody doing all this stuff, and say, you know what, like I'm gonna do that, man, but I gotta tackle this mission first. I gotta hit this goal first. Because if not, man, I'm gonna tell you, the world. I'm talking about Bangkok because that's where I am now. The world will eat you alive. The world with its distractions, the world with its vices, the world with its beautiful women will throw you off course, brothers. Huh? Somebody tell me I'm lying. Somebody tell me now, so. Oh no, you go out there and you can smoke the whatever, you can drink all day, man. I can drink a fifth a day, man. I can have a woman in my house every other couple of days, so, and I can still accomplish the goal. Are you sure about that? And if you do get some wins, because I'll say this, I've been in times in life, I've had spells in life where I wasn't moving. You know, I wasn't 100% on my square. I wasn't moving as tight as I should. I wasn't focused like I should have been. I spent some times in life where I was like that, man. And I had some milestones. I might have got the crib or the car when I was moving like that. But when I did get that, what appeared to be a win, like once I got on down the road a year or two and looked back and saw how I was moving and what I accomplished, I said, oh yeah, I wouldn't put that work in. Like, it was cool to accomplish that. It was cool to get that job. It was cool to obtain that thing. But if I would have really been locked in, I could have been on a different planet. If I was really locked in, I could have been somewhere completely different, man. So I guess the second thing I'm saying is, man, let's stop selling ourselves short with these mediocre wins. Let's stop selling ourselves short with these mediocre wins, man. Yeah, you might get the promo at the job. You might go from, you know, laborer 2 to laborer 1 to supervisor, and that's good, that's beautiful. Put that work in and get it. But you could have done something greater. You could have opened that barber shop. You know what I'm saying? You could have started that digital business, right? Side note, man, we're opening up the gates. Anybody want to get extra strategies? We're opening it up for new people to come in. I think in the next day or two, y'all will see me putting information out on extra strategies. And the extra strategies, man, all I'm doing is showing you how to do exactly what I do. How to get the bag off of YouTube, how to get the bag off of courses, how to get the bag off of programs, how to get the bag off of books, how to get the bag off of memberships, how to take the idea in your mind and chop it up a million different ways and live the life you want to live. Move to the country you want to move to. Make money while you sleep. You know what I'm saying? So anybody interested in that, look for that coming out. Probably in the next couple of videos or email or all kind of communication. But again, because I don't want to bore y'all brothers, life becomes easy. I don't know what this place is over here, man, but behind me, but if y'all can see that line over there, oh, y'all can see it here. It's like a soul train line to get in there. And it's weird for it to be a restaurant in the mall, and they got it blocked off where you really can't see what's going on. But I'm like by a little back little door. I can hear them. They in there singing or something. But your life becomes simple when you become locked, when you get locked in. Like I said, over the last couple of days, man, and, you know, when I say I love making videos, man, the highlight of my day, to be honest, man, I wish I could just fire my camera up when I wake up in the morning and just keep it on and talk to my brothers all day. Like, I love making content and talking to y'all. I need to start going live because I like interacting with my brothers, man. But the last couple of days, man, all I did was I woke up, meditated, gym, meditated, fast, meditated. And I just had to recalibrate myself, man. I'm not saying that life ain't doing what it's supposed to do, but I'm like, man, I'm trying to move mountains, bro. It ain't about getting wins. Like, just regular old wins are cool. I'm trying to move mountains. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to do things where I said, how did I do that? How did I get to that place? How did I get my bank account to look like that? How did I get my body to look like that? I'm trying to move mountains, bro. And the only way to do that, man, is lock in. And again, when you lock in, brother, it becomes simple. Because over the last 2 or 3 days, I don't know when I made the last video, I just been sitting here, man, and getting my game plan together. Sitting here and looking at the things I've done good and accomplishments and the wins, and, you know, had a little celebration. Go get me some, other day I went and had me some tiramisu and some coffee, man, celebrate. Then I went home and said, okay, now let me look at everything I've done wrong. Let me look at where I've dropped the ball in areas. And I've dropped the ball in areas. Trust me. I wrote down, I said, let me look at the last 30 days. Let me look at the last 6 months. Let me look at the last year. In every single area of my life where I've dropped the ball. And I wrote it down, right? And I studied it for about 5 or 10 minutes. Studied it. Then I balled it up, trashed it. I said, that's the old version of me. It's the old version of me. Then I spent the next 2 days, 3 days, however long since I made a video, and just focused, same thing I'm always talking about, and just built a new character, built a new avatar. You know what I'm saying? Built a new soul. You know? And now I'm walking in that, you know? I'm shedding my old skin. And as I'm shedding my old skin, I'm like, what seemed to be impossible, or what seemed to be challenges, or what has held me back in certain areas is really simple once I block everything out. Once I block everything out and call a spade, which is myself. Once I'm honest with myself and say, hey, you know what? You ain't shit in this area. And tighten up and move different, it becomes simple. It becomes simple. Now that I'm not saying that I haven't been locked in and I didn't know my I am, but now that I've become more definite, of my identity, in my I am, It's like now I need to be very specific on every detail of my life. I need to be very specific on the foods and the drinks I put in my mouth, the things I listen to, the people I'm around, the content I watch, the environment I'm in. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm out now looking at a different, Bangkok has so many different, I guess you would call it like boroughs. I guess, I'm not from New York, but I'm assuming just like little hoods, I'm out checking them out, man, seeing where I want to relocate to, man. I guess I plan on signing a long-term lease probably here in the next couple of weeks. I think I'm going to do this. I think I'm going to, I think maybe in the next couple of weeks, I was talking to this sister, man. This sister from Nong Khai. That's like a small area up north. We were back and forth, man, just kind of talking about Thailand. She's like, before you lock in, you need to hit the countryside. So I think I'm going to hit Chiang Mai. I might go spend a couple of days or weeks, I don't know, in Chiang Mai. And then spend some time in Chiang Rai. Spend some time in Hua Hin. There was a sister that hit me up from Hua Hin and was saying, hey, you know what? I heard you talking about retirement and da-da-da-da-da. Like, you need to check Hua Hin out. So I'm going to check that out, man. And then here in the next several weeks, maybe next month, give or take, lock in on a long-term lease so I can get the best price, the best rate possible, man. But environment is critical, brothers. Environment is critical. And to be honest, man, I don't think there's really a bad space you can find yourself in here in Thailand, because the people are so authentic. The people are so, but you want to put yourself around some high achievers, man. Even like when I was in Dallas, man, when I ended up moving out from Dallas to Frisco, it was the same energy. I want to put myself around people that are, working for themselves, and they're trying to hit big numbers, and they're trying to live in big cribs. And, you know what I'm saying? I put myself in that environment, and that world came to see me because I matched that frequency, man. So all I'm trying to do is put myself in the healthiest environment, man, so that I can produce the life that I'm trying to produce the life that I'm going to produce, move the mountains that I'm going to move. So yeah, all I'm saying is, man, don't let life eat you up, brothers. Because life, again, whether you're in Dallas, whether you're in Bangkok, whether you're in Mississippi, you know what I'm saying? Life will eat you up and spit you out, brothers.